that you're going to learn these 10 principles we're about to embark on. These are like the blueprints to moving from being heard to being remembered. So this is like a blueprint for you, a step by step, a what, a reference, a guide. Call it a guide, correct? Right. So the goal is resonance. Resonance. That's the goal. It's not recitation. It's for people to resonate whatever you're talking about. Okay? So, like I said, public speaking is not about perfection, it's about connection. Yes. Now, for those of you who have thought in the past that, well, I can't come to terms with that thing that has, prohibited you in the past, that thing that made you feel like you are not a speaker, because you were looking for what? Perfect. You have to be perfect. That means know every word, speak it like a journalist. You don't have to be a journalist to be a speaker. You don't have to. So this will transform a monologue into a dialogue, and a speaker into a leader. So you will not just be a speaker, you'll be a leader. You will not just be, speaking alone, but you will be able to dialogue. So these are your blueprints for impactful communication. There is communication, but there is powerful communication. There is communication, but there is impactful communication. So you can communicate, but without impacting. Yeah. And you can just communicate, normal communication, which is not that powerful. Yes, you just said something. So we're going to begin with the very first E tonight, which is energy. Energy. Your tone sets the room. Energy. We usually say E for energy. E for energy. That's the invisible microphone. The invisible microphone. So your energy is the first thing that your audience feel, even before they begin to process the words that you will speak. They sense your energy. They feel your energy. That's the very first thing, your energy. And your energy is equally contagious and sets the tone before you even speak a word. Energy is contagious. In a Zoom class, know that you are in a room with these people who are here with you. So just if I just came in and I was just like maybe yawning, and I'm just like, hello, how are you people doing? Hope everybody is fine. Okay. So tonight, going to tonight, anyway, tonight. Guess what? Do you feel this energy? Do you guys are you even feeling this energy? Are you feeling this energy? So energy, guess what? It is a spark. It's the spark. The spark that ignites the audience curiosity. Your energy is that spark. Now, if you can think me, the first, maybe a question I ask. Everything is intentional to spark your curiosity. Were you guys curious about the lesson tonight? Tell me. Because it is the energy with which I come in that can spark that curiosity, and you begin to look forward to, my God, what are we up to? What are we about to, to get tonight? I just saw a comment there. Maybe I should read it. Oh, okay. Not about perfection, correct. There's communication, but there's impactful communication. Thank you. Thank you, so for bringing that out. All right. Yeah. So the energy is very important. Because that is what ignites curiosity. Curiosity. Own the space. Own the space. Take over. It's not about the volume. It's not the volume of your voice, because you have to even shape that volume. Some people have so loud that you know people's ears are now aching, like we can't get the action. Stand tall and use open postures. Now I'll tell you what that means. When I come into a room and I was trying to be in a position myself so that you can see me fully. I mean, not be able to stand, but I'll sit and demonstrate so that you can see me. This is a close posture. Some people talk like this. They talk like this. They hold their hand. This is close. This is close. Then you pocket your hands. Close. Close. You have to stand tall, open, open, open posture. This is how you have to be open. So your hands, you are not closed, but people should see your hands. And then you project your voice with intention. The way I'm speaking, if I was just conversing in this room, this is not how I'm going to be talking. Now I'm a speaker on stage. So my voice is being projected with intention, because I'm trying to own my space. Okay? So the tone of your voice, that's why I say communication is very vast, and there's a lot that can be spoken around. If you want to speak only on this aspect, we will not even touch the 10 E's. But talking about energy, what you need to pick is, number one, own your space. Walk in and own that space. Have an open posture. Don't pocket your hands. Don't fold your closed. You're tight. You're not. So open posture is stand tall. Your hands are free. Your hands are open. Your hands. You're open. I wish I could stand. I don't know whether if I stand. Okay, yeah. Are you seeing me? Are you seeing me? Are you seeing me? And you're walking, you're moving, and or your hands in the pocket. That's closed. So when I say open posture, this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we are seeing. This is what we are seeing. Open. Feel free. Own the room. Don't do like Cole is beating you, like you are fighting, like you are threatened. Nobody is threatening you. So when you come to speak, nobody is threatening you. Feel free. Have that open posture, right? Okay. To the next E, if you guys are comfortable now. Unless somebody wants to ask something about the first E, I want to move to the second E. Any question about energy?
Mommy, we're going to say something about tone at this level.
No, I just mentioned about tone, and I said there is so much to talk about communication. If we want to get into all of that, we may not even finish one today. But tone is, I was saying that it's not about being so loud. Just make sure that you are audible and make sure that you are confident. So it's not the loudness, it's not the volume. But with your, okay, everything has to be intentional. So only tone is a whole another class of its own. But just on what I've said now, okay, when you speak, you listen to yourself and guess what? Check whether am I doing the right thing? Is what I'm doing making sense? If you yourself, you listen to you, what do you feel when you listen to yourself? Okay. So when you speak, you try to listen to yourself too. All right. So we're going to go to the second E, which is the second E is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Right? Enthusiasm. And this is called the currency of conviction. Enthusiasm is the currency of conviction. So this is what you give out to get conviction, for people to be convinced. Enthusiasm. And what does that mean? So if you yourself, you are not passionate about something, you should be passionate about. You should be excited. I'm passionate. If you see the way I'm teaching my lessons, I'm like, in fact, oh my God. If it was food, I would just be eating. Like, you need to be excited about your own thing to get others excited. People need to be able to read your passion for what you are saying, because your belief fuels the belief of your audience. Yeah, your belief fuels their belief. So you must come in with that excitement, enthusiasm. It is felt. People can see if you are passionate with what you're doing. Okay, people will see it. It is very clear. It can be seen. It is visible. It is feelable. It is tangible. Because if you come in and you are not really passionate about what you're talking about, no other person is going to buy that thing you're saying. If I'm telling you guys about communication, and I don't tell you how important, how wonderful, how amazing, how it has even transformed my own life. Because I was at that place too where I thought, this thing is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Not everybody has to be talking and talking. I'm not a talker. Please let me just stay quiet until I realize that there's no way you are going to go to with your divine assignment. In fact, there's no how far you are going to go. There is no, you're not going to go far without communication. Absolutely. You're not going to go far without communication. You got to learn communication. Okay. The key under is share why you care. Why do you care? Not just what you know. So people come around and give what they know. They may be teaching one, or scientific, whatever. It could just be some social, whatever. But why do you care about a thing? Why? Not just what. Yes, you know the things, you know the facts, you have the scientific fact, but why? Because people are always, after the why. People are always after the why. When we started the 12 pillars, and I told you why. Why? Everybody for it. You need to understand that purpose, structure yourself, package the purpose, and bring it out to your world. Now, if you do not do that, you are called for a purpose, but you're not delivering that purpose well. You're not delivering. Yes, you're called, even in your office, is not out of alignment for you to be working wherever you're working, because when they tell people purpose, they start thinking that purpose only means that maybe if you just jump onto something else. Now you start understanding things in your performance, even at your job. You begin to perform well, and that starts to bring you fulfillment. And once you start getting that fulfillment, you begin to step out in the best possible version, the best possible way you can. The best of you is being seen. So the 12 pillars is meant to bring your best version to this world into manifestation. It is meant to bring your best version into manifestation and to bring it out in the best possible way. Because there are many ways to manifest. But what is the best way of you manifesting? When you package yourself in a course like this one we are doing, you come out more intentionally. You come out well. You come out glowing. You come out excelling and doing perfectly well. Okay? Yeah. So share your why. That's the key action. Make sure you have a why for that topic. Why are you always speaking on marriage? Why? Share your why. Why are you speaking about leadership? Share your why. And then the next key action that you need to take for your enthusiasm is let your genuine excitement show in your voice modulation. Okay, so you can be saying something really exciting, it should show in your voice. What? We saw what? My God. So you're talking about something exciting, your voice should tell. In the modulation of your voice, it should tell. When you get to that point, man, let your voice tell that there was some kind of excitement at this point. And then, thirdly, connect your topic to a bigger purpose. Connect your topic to a bigger purpose. For instance, I speak on marriage. Why? Because I've understood that when marriages are working well, the society is healthy, or societies become more healthy. The communities are healthy if we have healthy marriages. The reason being that in healthy marriages, healthy children are mentally well. Those type of children are never going to be children that will cause chaos. They're never going to be children that will be out there doing riots and throwing stones and burning houses, burning stuff, doing all sorts of vandalism you can think of. One of the things I discovered about good marriages is that a home where children grew up and the marriage in that home was a good one, the children grow up well behaved. That's the why. Why are you talking about marriage? Why are you speaking to us on? People are always asking without saying it loud. That's the first question your audience are asking. The why. So you connect it to that higher purpose. The higher, the bigger picture or bigger purpose is. It's not just about you, right? It's about now you are looking at nations. It's beyond you. It's beyond me, myself, and I. What is the benefit? What would this benefit my nation? That's a bigger purpose. That's a bigger, and the world alive. So connect your topic to what it will do for the rest of the world. Okay? Now, as well. So your audience will your interest or your interest level, they will mirror it. They will see your interest level. So it is also it's contagious. You want to see it in them. One, if you are passionate, they will feel it, they will see it, they will mirror it to you. Does that make sense? Can we move ahead?
Exactly.
Was somebody saying something? I want to go to the next E. Unless somebody's saying something, then I want to hear you.
No, I was just confirming that we'll go ahead, that the topic is interesting.
Beautiful. All right. Okay, so our next E is eye contact. Eye contact. Eye contact. This one is called the bridge of trust. The bridge of African tango. We are all Africans. I keep forgetting that I have the mic, so time and again I will drop it. Now we are all Africans. Africans have a way they see eye contact. So now when you are talking with an adult and you're looking at them in the eyes, they will tell you you're disrespectful. How can you be looking at your elder in the eyes? When it comes to public speaking, and in fact, not just public speaking, now, the modern, the life, the work out there, because this thing is just a cultural village, let me call it a cultural village thing. We're talking about eye contact, a cultural thing. Out there, if you're a Westerner, and you're not looking at them in their eyes, they believe you're hiding something from them. They believe you are hiding something from them. So eye contact is what will bridge trust. So you have to look at people in their eyes. So they will trust you if your eyes are looking at them. They can trust you. Okay? So this is what helps you to do a transform a broadcast into a series of intimate conversations. Intimate conversation. Now, if when you are in a room like you are speaking, you're looking at people eyeball to eyeball. It's true, you may have a crowd, and so it's not like you can look at everybody at the same time, but you turn a monologue into a series of one-on-one conversations. And this builds trust and makes each listener to feel seen. So when you look at them, you turn and look at this one, you pause. Okay, now let me give you the key actions here. Use one thought, one person rule. They say the one thought and one person rule. So you're speaking on a particular thought, and then your eyes are focused on one person at a time. By the time you move from that thought to the next thought, you pick the next person. You pick the next person, and you are looking at that person in their eyes. Even those who are watching from maybe behind and not actually, because you can see your room, you can see people right at the back. You can focus on somebody, slowly and deliberately scan the entire room. This person, that person, this person, this one. You're just talking, and as you are speaking, one thought, one person, you're scanning your room, entire room. Okay. Thirdly, hold contact for 2 to 3 seconds per person. So one person, 2-3 seconds. Now, you get what I mean? You are talking, you're looking at somebody. 2-3 seconds, next person. 2-3 seconds, you move to. That is how eye contact works in communication. Was that point clear?
Yes.
Good. So we'll move to the next one. The next E is expression. The next E is expression. Expression. So this one we say your body is the movie. Your words are the script, but your face and your gestures are the film, the movie. We have an actress in the house. So is our good, powerful movie actress that Cameroon has. We're hoping that you get back to acting. So, but you are the movie. Your words are the script, but you now are the movie. Your hand, your gestures, non-verbal cues that provide emphasis, emotion, and clarity as you speak. So your gestures, they matter in speaking. You don't overdo it. You're not drama queen unless you are demonstrating something that needs. But what you do with your hands is a message. It's speaking as well. It's speaking alongside with you. So that is key. They are very important and they matter. They matter. So what are the key actions here? Use Purposeful open gestures, like I said from the beginning, open gestures. Don't be closed. Open gestures. Open gestures. So let that gesture match the emotional tone of your story. So if you are talking an exciting, interesting story, it should show on your face. If it is sad, Michael, when you get to that place, this was really bad. Let's say you are talking about a situation of crisis and so many people that were wounded in the course of this crisis, and something was happening maybe in Douala, when you're on the God forbid it will not happen again, but then you are not reporting what had happened. And you're like, guess what? People were wounded, and you're smiling. Hey, people were wounded. Hey, no, it should match. Fisher, the church should match the emotions. They should match the tone of that story you're talking about, whatever you're narrating. If it's a sad thing, there is a way your tone will follow it. Your tone will follow. So it should match it. These are the key actions for you to know about expression. Your expression has to be on point. And if your expression has to be on point, you need to master these keys that I'm giving you right now. Let your tone match those emotions. Avoid close up body, like I said. That is another key action. Close up, this is body language. Avoid it. Be open. Okay? Cross arms. Hands in the pocket. Avoid that. Have an open posture. Okay? For instance, we're talking about a project, like a huge project. A huge project. With maybe these glasses are, when you're talking about a huge project. Did you see that expression? Huge. Or your hands are open. Huge project. Huge. Or your eyes wide open to talk about a huge, massive, big, huge. So your hands, your expressions are very important. Okay. Any expression. All right, so I'll go to the next E, which is engagement. Here, create a dialogue. Engagement, create a dialogue. Create a dialogue. Create a dialogue. So don't talk at them, talk with them. Talk with them. So when you are speaking, let's say for a conference, an event, or whatever, it's not a broadcast. You didn't come to read news. This is the news read by, and you just go ahead reading the news. It's not a broadcast. It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue where the audience is, or the audience side of the dialogue or of the conversation is a silent one. It's a dialogue where the audience are silent. You are speaking, they are more silent, but it's a dialogue. And what that does is that an engaged mind does not wander. So if you are not involving your audience, the minds of the audience will begin to wander. They will go far, start thinking of other things. Okay, but when they are engaged, what happens? They are present. They are present. So what are the key actions when it comes to engagement? You have to pose provocative questions. Ask questions that will provoke their thinking, provoke their minds. Okay, you can use the next key action is to use polls. Use polls. Vote for this. Do you want, like we have this polls we do on Google, and people will kind of vote. There are some instant polls that you can do, and people will be voting on their phones instantly as you are doing. You know, you can incorporate very quick, easy exercises for people to do. So everybody's involved in the thing you are talking about. Somebody's thinking about something or somebody is talking. That explains why you see we all come with questions, asking so that we are all engaged. We are in this matter together. It's not a monologue. It's not a one-person thing. It's not a broadcast. We are all thinking. We are all, you know, involved in that talking. Our minds are working. Our hands are busy. We are thinking. We are responding to questions. So you can ask questions so that people can get to respond. In their course of responding, they are thinking, they are active, they are engaging. So that is what engagement is all about. All right. The next E, I don't know how many we have talked about, but the next E, okay, 5. Oh,
5.
thank you. So yeah, so thank you for that. Good job you're doing there. Good job, good job, good job. The next E is emotion. Emotion, and this is the glue for memory. This is the glue for memory. This is what will help people. That people may not remember the things that you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. Oh, yes. They will always remember how you made them feel. They may not remember any other thing that was said, the words, exactly with the wordings and everything, but they will always remember how you made them feel. So the facts will inform people, but emotions transform. Facts inform, but emotions will do what? Transform. People will forget your statistics, but they will never forget how you made them feel. They may forget those statistics, all those things, whatever percentage of people that have not done one thing or the other, 80% of people, 80% of marriages, 80% of the food that we receive in the market, depending on your subject area of speaking. They may forget those statistics, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Okay, so what are the key actions for emotion? Lead with a personal story. Somebody wants to know exactly what you've been through, what you experienced, what you lived. There is power in our stories. We live in a part of the world where people hide their stories a lot. Nobody knows exactly what, but people get to know you more from your stories. And let me tell you, your stories is your unique selling point. It is your highest authenticity. That means they can copy anything around you and produce copies, like they produce copies of everything in China, but they can hardly copy your story. That is your uniqueness. It's your story. What you've been through, what you've experienced, what you've lived as a person. So one of the things that will convey emotions is a story about you, your own story, personal story. Okay? So it's not just for fun that we tell stories. Stories will enhance your speaking seriously, and they will help people to remember. You will remember that people will always remember the stories that you told them. They will remember the stories more than those statistics, more than all those other things that you be scientific analysis that you'll be given. Okay. Use, and the next key action is to use evocative language and imagery. Evoke a language, words that when you speak, they begin to evoke things into people who have an image of it, a picture, paint a picture of it. Once I was in a communication class like this one, and we're asked to tell our stories. And I began by painting the picture of where I come from. I said in that class that my coach is a powerful communication coach. And she gave us as an assignment to make sure that we all tell our stories in a way where you're coming from and things like that. So I told this story in this way, and I said, you see, when I come from a little town, little city, which is like 5 kilometers, 5 to 7 kilometers away from Bamenda. Bamenda is the capital of the northwest region of the country that I come from. They 5 to away from it, a little city. This little girl grew up in a household where she saw her mother leading women, talking to women. And I will always stand at the back of the door to eavesdrop when my mom was talking to her friends or with her friends. Now, this is a picture I've painted. You can picture that little city. You can see this little girl standing at the back of the door. Did anybody see that image?
Yeah.
Could you picture that image of that little girl that was in the morning? That little city. Now you travel in your mind to one country called Cameroon. Guess what? I'm talking in a class of people who are not even Cameroonians. I'm the only Cameroonian there, so I have to describe my country in a way that they get to understand, they get to picture it, they get to see it, and then they come to me and then they see me. You know, use words that can make people to see an image gives you are going to. Okay? Is this making any sense?
Okay.
All right. Now let me go to the next E, because I want us to really get done with the E's. If there's no question. The next E is eloquence. 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 And this one is called the power of clarity. Eloquence is the power of clarity. And I will say here that simplicity is the highest form of beauty, not complex things. Eloquence is not complexity. It's not complexity. It's the art of making the complex simple. Eloquence is the art of making complex things simple. It's about communicating complex ideas with stunning clarity, sweet clarity. It's precision, pacing, and powerful choice of words. Painful choice of words. Precision, pacing, and powerful choice of words. So you're not just going to come and blah, 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 to the end, you're finished. Blah, 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 blah. No pacing. No precision. And we don't even know your choice of words. Now, let's get into, for example, we're talking about, it's not about the jargons, the big jargons that you are using. When we're talking about eloquence here, it's not about your jargons. How many big terms and big words you can use. Example, instead of saying, we are optimizing our synergistic workflow, we are optimizing our synergistic workflow so we can do our best work and make a real change. Did you hear that? Now the first one is the same thing like the second one, but yeah, grammar, yeah, jargons, yeah, all the, are you getting me? So instead of you say, we are optimizing our synergistic workflow, you know, you want to sound high, you want to sound big. I don't know whether you went to school with this one. These are boys that used to speak this type of grammar. They cannot come and just say something normal. They want to use jargons that you have never heard. And they want to become that dictionary that you do not know. Okay, let me use another example. Instead of saying the food at the party, the food at that party was highly punctuated with livestock fisheries and aquatic life. Just tell them that. I'm telling you, at that time, we had enough fish, chicken, meat. That's more than enough. Beef, all sorts of beef, meat to eat. Okay? Because you can just come now. Instead of telling them that you had meat, fish, and chicken. You see, at the party, we had the food was highly punctuated. Bird life, aquatic. My God. Oh my God. Okay, we'll turn the thing into a comedy club. Okay, you bear with me. There are people that love to speak like that. They just want to break us this grammar. So that you know that, guess what? They went to school, and not just school, they went to Harvard. But let me tell you, this is a real Harvard. Good leaders take complicated things and make them simple. They break them down. Poor leaders take simple things and do what? Complicate them. They make them complex. So you live from there, your head is aching with jargon. Or your head is aching, by the way. So key actions here when it comes to eloquence: eliminate jargon. Eliminate jargon. Structure your talk with a clear narrative arc. Structure it. What comes before what, and then what, and then what. Your introduction, your body, your conclusion. What comes before what and after what, So structure your talk very well. Eliminate jargons. That's number one. Structure your talk with a clear, with an arc, clear narrative arc. Then use pauses for emphasis and comprehension. Like just pause for people to digest what you just said. Pause a bit, and then you move to the next thing. Pause a bit, then you move to the next thing. Yeah, so our next E is evidence. 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 Build an unshakable case. You bear with, if there's a lawyer here, it is evidence, so that will help you to win the case. Evidence is what will stop the argument. Evidence build an unshakable case. In evidence, we use evidence to build a case that is unshakable. Okay? Because claims without proof are just opinions. There has to be proof. So kind of always try to give evidence from the things that you're sharing and talking about, using some statistics or research that you found about. Those are the evidence that can help you to back whatever you're talking, whatever topic. Then evidence also provides credibility and makes your argument unforgettable. It provides credibility and makes your argument unforgettable. You don't want people to forget the things you teach them, right? So what are the key actions when it comes to evidence? Key action: match hard data. That means the what with relatable stories. The so what? Relatable stories, so what? After this data, so what? 80% of marriage. So you must match your data with relatable stories. Use credible sources and statistics. Find out, research done by Harvard in 2021 says that so and so blah 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 thing was happening. So you must use credible sources and credible statistics. So you are not just coming to say something. Say something that if they to go searching, they're going to see that. They're going to discover that in their searches. Okay? So you show and tell with case studies and examples. So you're not just speaking, you show and tell. Tell the story, show the story. Tell them and show them. Evidence, show, tell, show and tell. Next E is excellence. Excellence. This is the discipline of preparation. Excellence is the discipline of preparation. Excellence is the discipline of preparation. Okay. So excellence is demonstrated or is achieved through meticulous preparation. Prepare well. Next, connected. Right. So you can achieve excellence through proper preparation. You've heard that before, that proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You got to prepare very well. So it means rehearsing until your delivery feels natural to you. Rehearse. And while doing that, you are tailoring your content to the specific audience. Tailor your content to your audience. It must suit that audience. And then work on your start and your ending time. And excellent talk is not a talk that is a long one. Some people feel that you have to talk for 1 hour before it means that you are spoken well. It's not a 1 hour talking. It's not a, it's good to respect time. These are leaders in preparation. So you must respect time. When you are called to speak somewhere, first thing you are asking, how much time do I have? How many minutes am I supposed to work on? So that should guide your preparation. If they tell you 30 minutes, okay, prepare and rehearse and make sure that what you have prepared can fit into 30 minutes, okay? So that you are not rushing or you are cut off from the stage before you get to round up with your talk. That's something that I've had to learn with time, learn over time to make sure that I get it done before I am called off, finish and have enough time to even just ask questions or even just reflect on other things. So start and end on time. A speaker that comes and overboards their time is annoying not only to the audience, no matter what you're saying. Once you start overboarding, you are annoying to your host and you are annoying to your audience. So one of the things you must learn how to do is to fit your thing within a time frame. Fit your content within a time frame and make sure that you start and end on time. Okay? Respect the stage, respect the time. Respect the stage, respect the time. Very important. Many people violate and disrespect the stage. When you stay over time, it's disrespect. That's one thing people don't know. It's disrespectful. They may not say, they will not even say anything, but they just weigh you and leave you at the corner. They know you already. They know you. So each time before people want to invite you, they start thinking, should they even bring this person? They are going to just come now and violate time. They will come now and just overdo, extra do. So the key actions here is practice. Practice. And practice. For you to achieve excellence, you must do what? Practice. Practice. And practice. Only way you can be a powerful speaker is by speaking. You can never be a powerful speaker by staying quiet. You're a powerful speaker through speaking. So you keep speaking, keep practicing, keep training yourself, you keep learning until you become the best of the best. Okay? The next E, which is our last E tonight, is endurance. Endurance, which is the path to mastery. Endurance, the path to mastery. And what does this even mean? Endurance. Keep showing up and keep growing. Keep showing up and keep growing. What does this even mean? To keep showing up and keep growing. So even when you don't feel like it, you still have to show up. Whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it, show up. Keep growing. Keep showing up. Keep growing. Mastery is not a destination. Yeah, it's a continuous journey. Mastery is not a destination where you say, oh, now I have mastered, so let me go to sleep. It is a continuous journey. Continuous journey of what? Practice. Practice, feedback, and refinement. Great speakers are not born, they are built. Great speakers are not born, they are built. What are the key actions here? Number one, constructive feedback after every talk. When you talk, seek feedback, constructive feedback over time. Okay, get constructive feedback. 2, record yourself and watch it. Always watch yourself. Come back and look at yourself. Look at your gesture. Look at your speaking. Look at all the things you're doing. And how did I perform here? You yourself can start criticizing your own self before others get to tell you what to do. Look at it. Watch it. How's my all over the place? Look at you. Watch your own video where you have performed, and then you come and check and criticize it. Treat every speaking opportunity as a learning lab. Okay? That'll be it for endurance. Treat every speaking opportunity as a learning lab. Enter there and put in your best. So, summarily, a recap of the 10 E's of powerful speaking. We've talked about things you must practice. You have to practice your energy. Practice your energy very well. Practice enthusiasm. Practice eye contact. Practice expression. Practice engagement. Emotion. Eloquence. Evidence. Excellence. And endurance. Now, when you master these 10 E's of powerful public speaking, you won't just speak, but you will resonate. You will not just inform people, you will inspire people. Now, you will not just present, you will move people. And you won't just move people, you will transform people. Because the goal of it at the end of the day is to cause transformation with your talk, with your speaking. That will be my conclusion for public speaking for tonight.
Wow, great.
Notice. Thank you. If you notice, I don't like to violate time. I like to give you the time, you use your time. So I'm sure I'm even a little over time, but the way I was fitting this, I wanted it to fit into 45 minutes because this could be a talk I'm giving at a conference, and I'm not going to come and take 1 hour, 2 hours talking this. Even though this is a class, I'm also using it as a lab to fit in and make sure that each time I am teaching or I'm speaking in this class, I'm respecting time. I'm not violating your time. Okay. So let me give room for you guys to bring in your contributions, take homes, or questions. Yeah, so
Thank you so
here.
much. Thank you, Mommy.
Welcome. Here, take home contribution. What marked you in the class of today? What particularly marked you? What is it that if you go back home, you'll not forget? I hope you are getting it. I forgot to bring my mic close.
Yes, we can get you. Carol has a question.
We are getting you.
All right. Archie put a question on the chat.
No, she just indicated. Oh, she said,
Okay.
what do you do in an unresponsive audience when you have tried to put in all the E's?
Okay. So that if you notice, I talked about you on tailoring your work to your audience. That's why you must understand your audience. You must know what type of audience, what are the type of people, what age group, what type of people, and you must find something that will be of interest to them. So you cannot go and take something that is good for 50-year-olds and you are trying to inject it into the Gen Zs, or you are injecting it into some other younger generation. So understand your audience, because when you understand your audience, you're going to look for what will fit, what would, that is, if they are not responsive at all, at least 1 or 2 people will be responding. But if they're not doing that, it means that what you are giving them is not for them. It means what you are giving is not for them. If it's really their thing, there's something that is going to touch them. Find a thing around them. Find a thing around you, depending on your subject, your content. What type of content are you giving? What type of people are made for that content? So you must know your audience. Are they young people? Are they older people? Are they sick people? If they are sick people, there are questions that you will ask and they will be answering you, no. If they are young people, there are questions that you will just ask them. It will trigger them. So it's to know what type of questions or what type of things can trigger them, what can move them. At what level are they? What stage? Are they students? Are they still in school? So you'll not be talking about salary, because they will not tell you anything about salary because they are students, they're in school, they're not earning salary, and they're living in this part of the world. Where are they living? Because all of that is important. That all of that is going to guide your content. For them, their cultural background, their environment, and all of that, it's going to shape what you prepare for them.
My hand is up.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
And my worry is E number 9, that is excellent, where the key action is practice. So, for instance, I, for one, when you are asked to give a presentation, you practice.
Use this network in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
I think her network is a bit, is joining in from Bermuda. Today has been good.
It has. We've been doing the speaking.
I'm telling you,
Daddy left the anointing.
amen. Amen. Wow. Wow. Her network just kicked her off. Mama, are you back? Okay, let's just hear another question while she comes out. When she comes out, then we'll take her question. Question or contribution. Are you back? No, she's not yet back. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the next person. The next contribution observation. Yes. JF.
Yes, mother.
Yes, woman of God.
I wish to find out whether when you are talking and then you're overlooking at your daughter, is it really a problem?
There is a way you look, but look away too. Like don't stay on it as if you are reading. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to master the art of looking at it and looking away, because you jotted things so that by the
Okay.
so there's a difference between just looking and also reading them. So you can just be, your eyes will be there and you are reading. So you should be able to put it in a point form that when you pick one point, you can explain the point. When you pick the next point, you explain it without your eyes being permanently on it. So write it in a way that you can just cast your eyes. That's why PowerPoints are good. PowerPoint means you put the points that have power, and then you pick each point, and then you speak on the point. So you should have a mastery of your thing. In case your script is missing, will you be too lost? Can you still be able to speak? So have a mastery of it in your, you get it, you get what I mean? So far as they are not statistics that you need to be quoting figures, you need to read those figures. That's okay. Read those statistics. It's okay. It's normal. You have to read them. You are not supposed to. We're not expecting you to cram figures and keep them in your head. Right. You know, if your further explanation, once you look at your notes, you cast your eyes on your notes, leave them there and go and speak, especially for you who is a preacher. You know, when you are preaching, it's something. There's preaching, there's speaking. So the most difficult one is even speaking. Yeah. The most difficult one is speaking. Preaching is another story. When we're doing pillars of ministry, I can tell you more about preaching. Preaching. All right. So Ma Efrida is back. Your network sent you away from us. I hope I answer your question, JF.
Yes, Mom. Thanks.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ma, before you're this thing.
Almost in that line. I said this issue of practice. So
Yes.
when you practice, you discover that in the end, the thing is just part of you if you're crammed everything. So, and then another way of looking at it too is at times when you're just talking to without a script, it's just like cram work. I read it at times as cram work. Is
okay. You see, now you're even answering. Good. You're answering JF's question. You know, the woman of God, your question, she says when you're just talking like that, it's like it's cram work. So it's good. Time and again, you can refer to your notes, but you come out from there, you put points, jot us down. You can. Because if you just come, rap for 1 hour, man, cram work. So you can have a mastery, which is good. Yeah, have a mastery, but time and again, you can cast a look at your notes. to
Yeah.
be sure that, okay, yeah, that's the order. You may discover that maybe you're structured because you put there to know that, okay, this is what I have to say before I say this other thing. So you look at your notes and know that, okay, yeah, now I'm going to speak on this today. You come now and speak. And I'm talking to you now with my PowerPoint here. So I look at it, but I keep looking at you guys. I cannot put my eyes only on it and I'm reading. I'm reading. No, I have to connect with you. So I look at it, but I come back quickly. I look at it and I come back quickly and we talk. So thank you, Ma, for bringing that point. Yeah, you master it, but you're not going to cram. Still have your points, your note, unless it's just a 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can talk. You don't need notes. You can just have it, the order in your mind. You know, when I was traveling for the conference I just came back from, I had to speak there and I had notes prepared and I knew I was going to speak for at least 20 minutes. Okay, but then a lot of things were distorted, so it didn't go as planned. Now, I was given just 5 minutes to go and speak, so I did not use my notes again. I just put the things in an order in my mind. Okay, I will just speak only about 1, 2, 3. These are key things I will speak about. Then just went. I didn't use notes. I just spoke. 5 to 8 minutes, I had finished the thing. Okay, so depending on your time, you should know how to go about it. So this lesson is very key because we are stepping out as elevated e-women. My God, when you stand somewhere to speak, they will know that this woman is an e-woman. It's not today you started. This is like you elevated, empowered, equipped, excellent. What are we talking about? You will speak with audacity. You will speak with a level of excellence. Mind you, it's not perfection. It's not speaking the high jargons. But the level of confidence, the way you pose, the way you articulate, the body gestures, your hand gesture, your facial expressions, they are going to speak a lot. They are going to tell a lot about you. And people will be willing, ready, and happy to hear you speak. Okay? Yes, let me hear another contribution or question or anything. We are now having a discussion. Let's engage. Carol asked the question that if people are not responsive, if people are not responding in this class, what's the meaning? What should I take out of that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I was really just going to bring this point alive because sometimes you're in the midst of your own people and you're talking and nobody's responding. It's a very, very, very practical case. You sit with people that know that they belong to your own community. You're here to share ideas and you're talking and you feel like you're talking to yourself. You try to get them engaged. You used all of what you have taught us during this session and more. And they're still just there. You asked, what do you do in
now,
that?
Let me tell you something. Sorry for cutting you. I want to say this thing before I forget. One of the things you do, just Carol. Now, Carol, please tell us, what do you think about, you have already engaged Carol. Carol has no option but to respond. Now, let us listen from comfort. You turn to the next person. Komi, what do you think about this? What is your opinion or your whatever perspective to this? Turn to the next person. Jane, what is it? Call their names. That's one of the ways to engage people. And that is why. And then even if you don't know their names, you just ask, okay, my name is so and so person. What's your name? They will tell you my name is Monica. Okay, Monique, can you? That's how you do. Go ahead. So you call some people by their names. Those you know their name. Those you don't know, ask them there. It's okay. They were not expecting you to come and know everybody's name. But just ask, what's your name? My name is so-and-so. So what's your name? They want to say their name. They say, my name is Mary. Oh, Mary, please, can you go ahead from there? Engage them by fire, by force.
I was also just going to add that sometimes people really get engrossed. They are soaked into the quality of information they've gotten, and then they need some time. They need some time to breathe. before engaging again. The scenario.
That's right. Sometimes people are absorbed in the thing that they have
Mhm.
learned, and it's still working in them. That's why even when you ask a question, you pause, give some time. Sometimes they're even still trying to jot down what you said, so you will allow them finish their jotting, and then they assimilate your question. Then you to pause, you breathe, they breathe, and then you come back.
Mm.
Yes, welcome. Any other contribution? What can I do if sharing some personal stories I become so emotional? wait, let me read Marilyn. What can I do? Saying some personal story I become so emotional and tear up in front of audience all the time. All the time. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
That is why you must also understand your audience. It is okay. I've seen that a lot on I've seen that you are just being real. You are just being you. You are just
Happened to
being
me.
human. And that emotion will never be forgotten. I'm telling you, if it's real, I'm telling you, it will never be forgotten. There's nothing wrong in tearing up, because your expressions have to match your story. So you cannot be talking a sad story. I just said it here. So if it's so sad that it brings you tears again, now that you are saying it, it is for real. Let me tell you, people will never forget it. You just did it like big time. So that's not even a problem. That's not even a problem. Yes, so tear very well, cry, but then you clean it with style. You get what I mean? Just dab it back. I'm sorry. So there you go back. Cry in style. Good.
I'm
There you
not,
go back.
I did that like twice.
It's okay. It's okay. It's normal. Very okay. It's normal. Yeah, that's very authentic. That shows the authenticity of your story. And that touches very deep. That goes deep. It's deeper than any talk that you just come and be talking, talk, and go. I'm telling you. God says the objective of communication is transformation. Beautiful. It's to cause transformation. Powerful. So that thing that you just said is very powerful, Marilyn. And don't see it as a problem. Just be you, be yourself. If it has to come, let it come, because your talk has to match. Your emotions have to match your story. So you're simply matching. That's a typical example of your emotions matching your story, the story you're talking about. Okay. So it's like somebody just like, oh, that's so good. Oh my God. It was so bad. It was so sad. It's okay. It matches the scenario. Yes, let's see another observation question, because that is where the learning goes to the next level. It's not I may not be able to see everything that has to be said, but you sit here, you've got a lot in you. Please, what if you never feel free to tell your story? It may not be time yet. There's time for your story. You have to, first of all, you have to maybe heal from the story first, because people who are still suffering from this trauma, you have to heal from a trauma before you are able to even share your story. Heal from it, and it becomes fun for you to share. It becomes fun. It becomes normal. It becomes okay. And your story sharing is not like you have to come and say every detail. You can mention some things in a way. So there's some details that you may not, share public. You may not share every detail. Because sometimes even the story you're sharing, not everybody, look at your audience, are they able to accommodate? So it's not just because they say share story that you just go around sharing everything to everybody. No. Who you are sharing to is important. That audience is very important, and what you are sharing.
Mommy, Yvette says,
Yes.
Yvette, what can I do when I look at somebody too much during a meeting and he complains? He complains that the eye contact is too intense. I don't know how I can handle it.
Okay, so I just mentioned here that 2 to 3 seconds is like one. You're not going to go like you're looking